It's that moment when you walk through the club doors, you know, the door's shut, and for that moment, you are present, you are there, and it's almost like the world outside doesn't exist.
Pre-COVID, DJs were travelling to play at clubs and festivals all over the world, and punters in big cities had a huge variety of clubs and venues to visit on any day of the week. But this all changed overnight.
I'm Jamz Supernova. I'm a DJ and a broadcaster. 4 months ago, my life looked very different. I've gone from doing my BBC Radio 1 Extra show in a lovely glossy studio at the BBC to doing it in my living room right here.
Like me, the rest of the world made do with the spaces they could find to create music and interact with their fans. Slowly, from homes, gardens and car parks around the world, people started reinventing the club night. From TikTok users DJing in their bedrooms to world-famous musicians and singers streaming to the masses. Despite all the major summer festivals being cancelled, the show went on. I wanted to speak to some other DJs to see if they can give me a bit of hope for our future.
What can you get in a clubbing environment that you can't get anywhere else, like?
I think it's just in general like beautiful memories, isn't it? I think there's been a lot of like moments or grounding moments I've had within a club in which I've heard a particular song, seen a particular DJ play. I've been with, say for instance, the right people in the right time, and it's like allowed me to like go away from the event and then think about life in like a whole different way. One thing obviously unfortunate we're not really getting at the moment is just the kind of togetherness of what a club can provide.
I think there's that sense of like not knowing when you go into a club, like is this going to be the wildest night of my life, or is it just going to be like, am I going to be in bed at like 11?
It's that moment when you walk through the club doors, you know, the door's shut, like, and for however many hours, you don't have your phone, you're not like scrolling on Twitter or Instagram in the club, like, and for that moment, you are present, you are there, and it's almost like the world outside doesn't exist.
Like escapism.
It's escapism at its finest.
The idea of unity has actually been really important for people at this time. Harry Gay and his housemates started a virtual queer party in the hope of providing a safe space for people from the LGBTQ+ community.
We can now strip it back to how things were when it was more grassroots and radical and DIY, which is what we're all about as well. I think it is a real shame that so many venues are under threat. So many of these spaces hold so much history, which is so significant to our community. And they just keep on getting bought by property developers, and it's just trying to fight, and everyone just thinks, oh, it's just another club. But these spaces have been just the focal point for organising like our whole movement. As lockdown eases, some of them might still be reopening, but some have gone and we won't see them again because of this pandemic.
I think the success of these streaming events proves there's still the commitment from punters and DJs to party. But can the actual club venues adapt? I'm heading out of London to Lakota in Bristol. This venue can usually host 1,200 people in their huge warehouse space. But since lockdown, they have set about adapting the space inside and out to adhere to social distancing.
I love the disco ball. That's my favourite feature.
That's my new baby I bought just for lockdown.
Really?
Yeah.
When the lockdown was imposed, what was sort of your immediate reaction?
We looked at like the drive and rave thing. I wasn't too keen on those sort of things because of drink driving. So I was looking at how we could maybe social distance in the centre of town that people could walk into, but the outside area. So we've got 30 picnic benches outside, and people coming for 2 hour slots of entertainment. We've got one-way systems in place. On the way in, we've got a thermal scanner, and all these sort of things that we're doing is just to make sure everyone's kept safe while they're in the venue.
Club spaces in the UK are back open under new guidance, and I'm getting ready for my first night out.
I want to know what the atmosphere is going to feel like, and I don't know. It's like this. It's like the next closest thing, but will it satisfy my clubbing desire? That's kind of what I want to know. It's almost like a bit of an experiment, me going.